Righto guys, welcome back to Grumpy's Garage. We are back on a build. So let me turn the camera around and show you what we got. We have a 2012 Kia Sorento. Does have a little bit of damage. Door's got to be repaired, and unfortunately it hit a Kangaroo. So it has quite a bit of damage in here. I'll just lift this bonnet and show you what we got. Check out all the fur and everything from the roos still there. It has absolutely caned all the radiators, even the intercooler, turbo intercooler there. Light of the bar, plastic. Fortunately, it has not damaged any of the bonnet or the headlights. So that is my next build. Hopefully it will be a quick one, and we'll run through all the parts that I've had to buy for it, which I've already got because I've had this car for 3 weeks and just haven't said anything about it. So stay tuned. Let's wash the car, get it all ready, and start pulling it apart and fixing it. So like and subscribe, much appreciated. Well, early Sunday morning, hopefully get started on this car today. I've just given it a wash, and it's come up not too bad. It's got bugger or car park scratches and stuff like that on it. The interior came up fairly nice. This door, I just played with this door a little bit last night and just give it a little bit of a tap, and it popped that big bend out, but it still needs to have that repaired down there. That's the only car park scratch I can see on the whole car. The interior's come up very nice, really, considering it's done 200,000 Ks. A bit of chewing gum on the carpet there, but anyway, we'll sort that out. The dashboard and everything's come up really nice. The steering wheel's a little bit worn down the bottom there, but the seats are really nice. And I didn't realise it has 2 sunroofs. It's got one for the back and one for the front. Huh. Unbelievable. But until I get power in here, I can't get these seats down and forward to be able to give it a really deep clean. So I think I'll wait. Until I actually get it running, and then I'll tinker with all the other stuff, because I want to put a light bar on the front. I'm going to change those shitty spotlights out that are in the front, which are tiny, and I'm going to change them out to like an LED spotlight of some sort with a light bar across the front there, especially being up here in Mildura. And then maybe, just maybe, I'll be able to see a Kangaroo coming. So let's see how we go. Righto, well, this car's too heavy for me to push, so I'm going to change over the power steering reservoir. Now, check that out. No bolts, just pushes into those rubber grommets down here. Just pull them out, push the new one in. How simple is that? So, anyway, at least then we can get power steering. And then I'm going to make sure that everything down there is going to clear everything, but I dare say it will. I can't see any reason why it's not going to. But anyway, I'll climb under the car and make sure before I start her up. Okay guys, here's the key. Now apparently the key goes in there. So whack it in. Let's see what happens. Oi. Something turned on. Not a great deal though. Whoa. Whoa! Fuck, that's started first go. Right. Oh, no power steering, guys. Motor sounds good though. Need to get some more fluid into it, I reckon. Well, now she stopped. Righto, turn it off. Why did she stop? Righto, one good thing, I know it starts. But we didn't get very far because there is a massive crack in that hose right there for the transmission. And the car computer, fortunately, it just shut it straight down, which was good. So I guess I should just start pulling stuff off. Righto, so just pulled a couple of things off. Check that out. That's given that a massive whack. Look at the banana in it. It's just meant to be... That's the radiators, of course, but you check out that plastic rad support is perfect. It's just gone straight between. And the bumper bar support, perfect. It's gone straight in the grill and taken all that componentry out. So this ain't going to be that hard to fix, but I've heard that said on YouTube before as well. So let's put it up on the hoist and get that front bar off. Righto, so taking the plastic bash plate off, and everything looks very, very, very kosher under here. And believe it or not, there is not one oil leak in this engine. How do they manage to... that gasket there's weeping a little bit, but there's nothing, not one, which is good. So we will proceed. Happy so far. Love pulling things apart and finding hidden damage, which I kind of thought would be there anyway. And it's the complete rad support, which is only plastic. She's broken on both sides. So a lot of nuts and bolts to replace it, but they're only $600. I might as well buy one. Get it delivered during the week, and then everything can go back together and she'll be all kosher. Okay guys, finally got it all pulled apart, and the only thing I do need to buy now is the thermo fan because it's absolutely knackered. One of the fins is broken off of it, but she is stripped, ready to go. There is absolutely no damage to anything inside there whatsoever. I know it looks messy, but this is a plastic fantastic vehicle. The complete rad support, which is plastic fantastic as well. So it's got some cracks in it. I've just been plastic welding those. So that can go back on. It's going to come up a treat. And here is all my parts, but there's the thermo fan. I was hoping it was only the shroud that was cracked, but these don't actually have a shroud. They're a one-piece item. So there you go, something you learn every day. Well, yesterday at 9:30 I ordered the thermo fan from Adelaide. So Adelaide to Mildura, 450 Ks, 9:30. Well, lunchtime today, so just over 24 hours later, and it's turned up. The wrecker's down there. I tell you, I don't usually promote somebody, but I'm going to put their business name and everything up there in the top corner, and I'm going to put a link to their website, the Whole Box and Dice, because these guys have been nothing but professional and helpful. So if you have a car that you need parts for, I highly recommend you buy them from these guys. They are unbelievable. Righto guys, back on the Kia. Oh look, hit me head. But anyway, back on the Kia, doing the headlight. So we've plastic welded that one on. It's quite strong. Tiny little bit of flex in it. So I may see how it fits. I might put a little metal bracket over the top of that just to make it more secure. And the bolt hole that had broken off down the bottom here, I will line it up, drill a hole in here and put a nut-cert in there. So it will screw back into the factory mounts, and I'll paint them up obviously, but those headlights, believe it or not, are bloody like $600 each. I got this stupid freaking computer thing on the side of it. I don't even know what it does. All this crap. But apparently you got to, if I do buy other headlights, I will need to have them programmed to the car. So this headlight isn't broken at all at the top. It's only broken at the bottom. But as you can see, it wobbles. So if I don't repair that bolt at the bottom, it'll continuously wobble and it will break those plastic bits up the top. So anyway, that's my morning, and obviously by this afternoon I will have this car running. So just got to get all those parts in there, back in there somehow. Let's work it out. Righto, so that was knuckle scraping, because there is bugger all room to put any of this stuff on. But all the cooling system, transmission, everything is all together now. And the turbo intercooler, that's in. What a pain in the ass to get those hoses on. I'm not sure the camera's going to do it justice, but anybody that's played around with them, have a look how much room you got down there to get that clamp on down the bottom. What an absolute pain in the ass. The hoist, she went up and down about 5 times. Mate, it was worse than a bride's 90. But anyway, I'm just going to have a coffee and a durry, and then I'm going to fill it full of all its fluids. Put the battery in and see if it starts. Righto, so she is alive. Nothing leaking. Just trying to get it up to temperature, because the only way for me to track the transmission is from under the car. We've got to get right down in under there, lift it up. Our steering's not leaking. Nothing dripping. She's purring like a cat, so I'll put the front bar on, put the headlights in and take it for a spin. Drive it like I stole it. See how I go. You're loving it.
Very fucking easy.
As Johnny's taking that din out, I've got that front bar ready and the spoiler at the back, which was faded, so let's get them all painted. Okay guys, so the key is finished. I lost some videos of us painting the panels and putting them on, but that don't matter. So there she stands. I've just given her a wash. Bar's all been painted. The dents have been taken out of that rear door, as you've seen in the last video. So Anyway, was the car worth it, and what is the car like? Well, it was definitely worth doing for the price that I paid for it and what it cost me, which I'm going to reveal right now. I paid exactly, believe it or not, and all the parts that I purchased to put on the car, that's the bar, every single part, and they all come second hand from down in South Australia at the wreckers there, so I highly recommend you guys definitely go to them. So the price for that was, believe it or not, but I still haven't got it registered. So I just got to do one bush in the arse end for the roadworthy. She's already been down for the check. I've put new tyres on it. That cost me $1,100. I probably didn't need to go the rear tyres, but I definitely went all four anyway. I figured for what we've paid for it and for what these cars are going for, marketplace, turbo diesel 2012 Platinum Sorentos are still pulling really good money. You're paying 18 grand. So I've seen a couple of them going for 20, 25 grand. So yes, it was worth it. How long did it take me to do? Realistically, and I put the tow ball on it, it took me 3 days to do the whole lot. I didn't have to wait for parts. I only waited that one night for the parts. Like I said, the wreckers down in Adelaide, they got those parts up to me so quick. And I had this car sitting here for a couple of weeks leading up to the build, so I managed to get pretty much most of the parts already there. So anyway, 3 days, I reckon I've done all right. Probably another 3 days in painting the parts, like doing the body work, and then when John got a chance, he sprayed them up for me. Thank you very much, John. You're a legend. And anyway, I hope you've all enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe, please, and go find yourselves a car. Cheers.